Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. Glad you guys are back for another video. Chugging along with the recaps. We just have a couple more to do and we are completely caught back up. Week 10, Sunday night. Now I'm doing this a little bit out of order because it's just one standalone game compared to the 3-game Saturday slate that we have. So Sunday, and then we'll have the Saturday slate, kind of how I've done it out of order the last couple of weeks, but get this done, then we'll move on. So with that, Vegas, San Diego, let's go take a look and see everything. Making our way over to Oceanside, California. It's going to be 3rd and goal for the Nighthawks. Jerome Johnson's going to take the snap, run to the right side, not be touched, and in for the touchdown. Under 7 to play first quarter. Nate Davis sends his men in motion. No one goes with Dallas Daniels. It's a touchdown for the Strike Force. 4th and 7 now facing San Diego. Ernesto Lacayo for a 32-yard field goal. Kick is up. He drills it. Back and forth we go in California. It's going to be Jerome Johnson taking the snap. He's going to look, he's going to look, he's going to fire into the end zone. Wide open is CJ Wyndham. 8 minutes to play in the second quarter here. Davis sends his men in motion. He's going to look to the right side and over a defender. Dallas Daniels has his second touchdown of the night. Speaking of second touchdowns of the night, Jerome Johnson sends his men in motion and up the middle, untouched again. Does he score? Right before halftime, it's going to be Rudy Johnson going under center, taking the snap, sneaking it to the right side and in as San Diego takes the lead. 3rd and 12 and Nate Davis out with some sort of injury. It's going to be Rudy Johnson looking to the left, finds Edward Vander, just push him into the wall. Why? Ensuing kickoff though, 10-point lead for the Strike Force. Ernesto Lacayo, I think attempting the deuce or getting close to it. It's going to be short. Antonio Wimbush is going to take it out of the end zone. He has a seam, he has a crease, he has a hole, he has a touchdown on a kick return. Under 10 to play in the third quarter. Rudy Johnson sends his men in motion. It's an RPO keeper to the left side. He has a blocker. He's going to kick it out there. You got to push him under the wall right there, but Johnson scores his touchdown. 1st and goal here for the Nighthawks, trying to make this back to a one-possession game. Jerome Johnson's going to scramble. He's going to look. He's going to go airborne, and he's going to fumble the ball. Strike Force recover. 4th and 10. Jerome Johnson hurt on that previous highlight. Jaden Delora, yeet! And it's going to be caught by C.J. Jefferson. Not the best angle, but on an instant replay, we got to show it here. It is Antonio Wimbush taking it in from 3 yards out. Under a minute to play in the game. It's a 4-point lead for Vegas, and they're going to get at Rudy Johnson with a sack. However, it's going to be at the 1-yard line. You be the judge. Did he cross the goal line here? Refs say yes as the Strike Force take the lead. Ben Derby on to try and send this to overtime. It didn't work out last week against Arizona. It's not going to work out this week either, 42-39. All right, we have seen the highlights, lowlights, touchdowns, defensive plays, what have you. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's talk stats. And really, this game kind of had a little bit of everything, truth be told. But with that, let's go stats over the face, do a little bit of a deep dive, and let's get into it. We have a 42-39 victory, last second victory for the San Diego Strike Force. And first things first, before we talk stats, I don't care if it was a touchdown or not. If it was, he crossed the line. If it wasn't, he didn't. I'm not really in a camp to dispute that. I know people will be like, well, the ball didn't, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I mean, if it crossed the line, it did. If it didn't, I mean, that's up to the ref's discretion. Refs have a hard enough job. I'm not trying to bail them out, but at the same time, if you don't have enough evidence to overturn it, challenge, what have you, what can you do? Let's talk stats, and then we'll kind of dive back into that for a minute. Game leaders for both sides. Jerome Johnson, who ended up getting taken out. Same thing with Nate Davis. We had our backup quarterbacks play in the second half here. Jerome Johnson, 8 of 14, 98 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He was your leading rusher, 8 carries, 56 yards for 2 touchdowns for Vegas. And C.J. Jefferson, 3 catches, 71 yards, 1 touchdown, a bulk of that coming off that huge pass touchdown. Nate Davis, 8 of 13 for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And it's kind of crazy to see when both these guys got their injuries, how similar their stat lines kind of were. Rudy Johnson, 15 carries, 69 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did a lot of work in this game. Kudos to him. And Dallas Daniels, 4 catches, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. Taking a look over at our team stats, 3 for 3 on 4th down for Vegas, pretty good. 2 for 3. Both teams able to convert 4th downs pretty well. Again, San Diego living and dying, 40% when it comes to 3rd down efficiency, but able to convert a couple of 4th downs when they couldn't get a 3rd down. 2 for 6 for Vegas. Not the best day, but they still were able to score points. I'm trying my best not to harp on it because I know 3rd down, 4th down, and all that isn't the end-all be-all. San Diego leads in total yardage. They lead in rushing. That's a stat I never thought I mean, minus like San Antonio or Iowa or someone like that, I never thought I'd be able to say, hey, San Diego beat a team in rushing, but that's exactly what happened. Rudy Johnson running for his life. Actually, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. He was running quite a bit. Some RPO stuff. They were handing it off to Vander. They're doing all of that, some jet sweeps, what have you. 25 rushes compared to only 14 for Vegas. So the running game kind of bottled up a little bit for San Diego's defense there. But the passing game for Vegas, 171 yards, 12 of 20. Surprisingly, with both backup quarterbacks into this game, with Jayden DeLora for Vegas and Rudy Johnson for San Diego, neither team threw an interception. It's insane to me. You figure that there would be one, right? Or maybe I just missed it through the highlights as I'm talking through this. But we do have a lost fumble. That was Jerome Johnson fumbling the ball there and San Diego recovering. Vegas, a lot of penalties early in this game, a lot of offsides, a lot of false starts, things like that, and kind of helped make that 11 for 73 yards. Not a lot of penalties for San Diego, or at least accepted penalties when it comes to that. So now let's dive kind of into this. Again, my issue, just like the week before, what is Vegas doing trusting their kicker? And again, Ben Derby could be a great guy. I'm not saying he's a bad kicker by any means, but it's exactly what I said against Vegas and Arizona. You have the reigning IFL MVP. You don't in this game because he got hurt, but you still have Jayden DeLora, and he has flexed his muscle, literally throwing it to CJ Jefferson, knowing that he can throw it deep. Why do you not trust Jayden DeLora or your quarterbacks to throw a Hail Mary? It's going to be a higher percentage, at least in my opinion. Maybe the analytics, if there's IFL analytics, say otherwise, but throw a Hail Mary. You probably have a better chance of getting a tipped touchdown, something like that, than, I hope to God, the narrow field goal posts. He can drill this. He didn't do it last week. Redemption, I don't know. And again, that's not me trying to clown on Derby or anything like that. It's just you trotted him out there and said, here you go, try it again. And it didn't work for the second time. So yeah, you had opportunities to win this game, did Vegas, and they let it kind of slip away from them, especially, there towards the end. You could have had your defense. They got that sack on Rudy Johnson. San Diego still was able to march right down there. I think there's a penalty in there as well, but still able to get in there, and whether or not that ball crossed the goal line is up to your discretion, I guess, but you should have done a better job not making it be in the ref's hands. So San Diego, I don't want to say they stole this one because they played really well, and Rudy Johnson played really well after Nate Davis. I think he hurt his knee, but Rudy Johnson and company, they played really well even after Nate Davis's injury. The defense played pretty well too. So there you have it, 42-39. Let's go check out our bet, and we'll wrap up and get out of here. No, we didn't win this bet. I'm not in the camp of whether or not he got in. It's a touchdown regardless, even if you want to argue it. So, nope, can't win this one. And that is it for our Sunday night Week 10 recap between Vegas and San Diego. Controversial. Some of the games this week have been. We get to talk about 3 more. Not all of them have been controversial, but you understand where I'm coming from with the Iowa-Tulsa, this one, whether it was a goal line stand or a touchdown. Just some calls, and it's kind of been like that throughout the season. Just some calls where you're just like, not really sure, but there we have it for this. We still have the Saturday recap to do for this, and obviously all of the recaps to catch ourselves back up on Week 11, but slowly progressing here. So stick with me. We'll be right back to it by Week 12. Please be patient, and I'll be right there. But until then, I'm going to take off here. Just keep chugging along with these previews, recaps, and everything. We'll get caught right back up. So appreciate the patience. If you feel like it, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share if you haven't already. Cool. If you don't, whatever. But with that being said, I'm going to take off here, guys. Plenty of work left to do. I will see you in the next video. Until then, see ya.